get any of my intro? Do you want my computer?
No, just
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Here we are with Off the Wall Graffiti, immersed in art. Okay. Art. I thought you told me. I was trying to get you. Okay, ready? Hi, everyone. Welcome to Off the Wall Graffiti, immersed in art. Today we have the Amy Smith with
the
us.
Amy
The Amy Smith.
Nice.
Who
Thank
goes
you.
by, hurry up, get out your Instagram and go look at art, Colorscape.
I'll let you know.
Hi.
Hi.
Art by Colorscape.
Yes.
Yay!
That is
And
true.
it's all one
It's all one word.
thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you stalk while we talk on this podcast
Very clever.
about M2 Art, which is, for this one, is mentoring and mastery.
Mm-hmm.
And the distinct opposite therein.
That's where I fit. I fit in the opposite.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're here. Like,
Thank
you're like
I
my
just show
friend,
up.
and
Yeah.
then you're my art friend. It's like, I don't remember how I know you.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It
It's
has.
been a while, right?
It
In a
has.
good way. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're here. So
I am
you don't fit any category that we
Correct.
have.
That's usually all the way in my life. That's
It's
everything.
everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yay. And
I don't fit anywhere.
But you're oddly, like, you fit into a marriage. You fit into now motherhood, almost a year.
That's true.
By the
That's
time-
happening.
I love it. And you didn't think you were going to fit into that either, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much also very much a part of my life. You don't think you're gonna do something and then you do it and you're like, oh, that's all right. That's cool.
That didn't suck quite
Yeah.
as much.
All right, I can do that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is that how you
that's
felt with
kind of
art?
everything. Yeah. Well, yeah, because I didn't, like we were saying, I'm the opposite of, I didn't go to art school. I don't have any of that background. So
Yeah.
it's,
And yet.
and yet I'm doing that currently. So
Right.
yeah, it's more, I think it comes down to more challenging yourself and trying to test yourself to see what you can do and what you're willing to do and what you can learn from.
And in this realm, it's creativity.
Yes, because that's the only thing that I've found that really makes me truly happy. So if I can continue that and grow and evolve that way after I, figured that out, then that's kind of just my challenge to myself.
When did you figure it out?
That's a good question. I think after I moved to Los Angeles, it was like an awakening here. Because I wasn't really doing anything creative before that. And I moved
And when
here
did you move?
about it's like 13 years ago.
Okay. To do something?
Me, no. I moved, it's a very weird story. I moved with my husband and another married couple from Georgia out here. They wanted to write. They wanted to write for TV, television. And I was like, yeah, sure. Let's go.
Yeah.
I didn't really love Georgia, where I was at. So an opportunity came up and we kind of were like, sure.
4 is better
That
than
sounds
1.
cool. Yeah, exactly. I was like, well, I don't know if we do that like on our own, so we might as well just see what happens.
Amazing.
And then we moved out here with like no jobs, no place to live, and just kind of worked
all
out.
4 of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
all 4 of us. Yeah.
Did you live together to begin with?
Yes, for like maybe the first 2 years. Something
Because
like
that's
that.
normal, 2 married couples living together.
Which also is like, and they had a dog, so
Oh my
and
gosh.
a dog, so it was just,
It just
craziness.
everything
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Yeah, but we're still really good friends. They live like a mile away from us.
You're kidding.
Yeah. and
Did
they're-
they end up writing?
Yeah, they're like, well, they're working in like script coordinating, so
Yep.
it's kind of like in the realm.
In that realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Ah,
that'll
and then
happen.
how did you find work in the art department world, in the back end of the art department, again,
Yeah.
doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit.
Like,
Yeah.
why
Why
are
do I
you
do
not
that?
making art in film?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I'm good in the back end.
Yeah. I kind of
Like
fell
Excel.
into. Yeah. I kind of fell into this other things. Like, so right now, like for my 9 to 5, I'm coordinating for the art department. So it's
For film.
For
Or
TV,
television.
television, yeah. So I do that, and then I do my art every other minute while I play with my kid.
Right, exactly. Who has taken to the idea that mommy's making art. Come
Yeah.
sit next to me.
Yeah, he's getting used to that. And he went to, I had a solo show that's up right
Which
now.
I meant to at GABA.
Oh,
right?
yeah, GABA Gallery. And so it was very cool to see him kind of just walk around and see
Because he's
everything.
walking?
Oh, yeah. He's been
Goodness.
walking since like 9 months. This dude's crazy.
Awesome. I was walking in 9 months. When
yeah,
were you?
so was I.
Were you?
Apparently,
Yeah.
it's like a thing. You know,
Yeah.
that's what he's doing. Climbing on shit. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
But yeah, he's all over the place.
Okay, so you're making art every other hour of not being a mom and working, and your husband.
But luckily, like, the whole 9 to 5 right now is like freelance, so I can kind of take a job or not take a job. I mean, not completely, but
yeah,
that's kind of how it's going. So I just want to focus on like creating new work and like evolving my style and things like that. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on the past
and
year.
you
I
seem
mean,
to
while I was
be-
pregnant too.
right. It seems like you're on this
Just don't
creative
stop.
trajectory. Actually, does
Yeah.
it feel like that for you?
It does, because I had some plans, some goals that I needed to achieve by a certain time that I gave myself, and that happened recently. So I need to make some new goals.
Oh no way!
So yeah, so I need to start
Oh my
thinking
gosh.
about that, because just evolutionary with what I'm working on. I wanted to start doing my own photo shoots, and I wanted to start collaborating with people and things like that. So I have a lot of that set up for the next, for this year and the next year. So
wait a sec. So you wrote.
I don't know what it's
things
gonna
down,
look like,
and you
but
achieved what you wrote down.
yeah, that's all life is,
that-
man. You gotta do that.
Got-
You gotta have a plan.
Gotta
You gotta have
write
a
it
roadmap.
down.
You gotta write it down. You gotta stick to it. You just gotta keep doing it.
Oh, dang it!
I mean,
Okay.
obviously it's not all figured out, but I'm just trying to do the things that I know I can do and just start.
So what's an example of what you wrote down and ended up achieving?
Oh, like this solo show that I just had. The pieces that I created I wanted all of them to be from photo shoots, but I didn't plan my time accordingly, I guess. But
And you were pregnant.
oh yeah, yes, and I was
babies.
very pregnant, but I still did a lot of things.
Yeah.
During that time. But that one was definitely I wound up collaborating with my friend Sasha, who did the photography and kind of connected me with some other people that did like wardrobe, and we got a hair and makeup person together, and we did this really high-end like fashion shoot that I was so happy that I never even thought that was a possibility, because I don't collaborate with people. Like, I sit at home and I do my thing, and I don't really need to like worry about anybody else,
Right.
So I really wanted to break out of that mindset, because it's seclusionary, it's just
Right.
like
And
isolating. That's the word.
Right. And
So-
was that
So that was my goal. That was my goal. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. I didn't know who I was gonna collaborate with. I just knew I needed to do that, because then it would lead to other things,
Right.
and be more open, that's another thing I'm working on.
being more open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are.
And you're out here talking. The idea of doing a fashion shoot is so amazing.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it was wonderful. It was really nice.
That's a little
It was
fly on the
really
wall
nice.
for me. I would have loved to. Thank you. Bye, girl.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The fashion shoot was, we kind of went, I was so lucky to have my friend help me with everything because I was pregnant at the time, but it just came about. It just worked out timing wise. So we were just like, all right, we're going to do this, get it together.
And so your art in the past has been about stencils and the collaging aspects. So what are you doing with with these images?
Before it was almost like I always start with like Photoshop and things like that. So I would use, some images in Photoshop and create the stencils and do all this other stuff. So now it was like we originally take the photo that everything is based on. We did wardrobe, we did everything to make the photo ours, what I wanted, and then that's what I create the stencil out of. Okay. So it's kind of from very beginning concept to execution of the photo to then the stencil, then the collage.
But
so then you can get whatever you want.
On art on top of it though, because I'm sure those photos have to be worthy of gallery.
Yes. Well, yeah, they definitely, they can't just be whatever. And you really can tell. You can tell if the head tilt is not right. If certain things are off, it's just like, then your photo doesn't even work. So you have to take a lot. You have to take a lot of photos.
Right. So imagine
get that one. But that's also what I was learning. I was with other people, so other people had different strengths that were really beneficial because the guy that helped us do wardrobe, his name's Amorje, and he worked with a lot of models before. So he was doing, he knew kind of like directionally, like how to like talk to people and make them comfortable and things like that. Because I had some friends model. I had some people from Instagram that I just reached out to that I didn't know at all.
You're kidding. And they said yes?
Yeah. I don't know why, but they did. They thought it was interesting, because it's a very different thing to try and articulate to somebody to say, oh, we're doing this photo shoot, but it's also going to turn into this art project.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You'll see it at the end. You'll get it later. Look at my other stuff.
Makeup, but I'll never use
there was a lot of that. It was like, oh, you can put that on for you.
Right. For the photo.
I'm not going to need that.
Yeah.
And it was like backgrounds and things like that. I was like, well, we can go anywhere, 'cause I don't really need the background either.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like kind of a weird learning experience to try and translate what I needed, what they thought I needed.
Right.
And what,
and make it
what it was for the outcome, what I needed for the outcome.
Right. And keeping them engaged.
Yeah, because they don't really know, it was just this concept.
Yeah.
That people were saying yes to.
I wonder, so in that way, did you have any idea that you were going to become a person who knew how to do that?
Absolutely not. No way. No, well, okay. Well, no. But I have this idea of myself that I can learn. I can put myself in a position to be around other people and learn from them. I have had mentors, so I have seen it firsthand to take constructive criticism, so I've learned from that. Mm-hmm. So from those aspects, I feel like you can be put in a situation or have an idea, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but if I want to do it, I know that it can be done. And that doesn't mean I do it myself.
Right.
Collaborating with other people really is starting to like open up a different side of creativity.
Oh.
That I don't, I wouldn't have, gotten previous or just by myself.
Right. Right. Can you, if you had a student helping you, can you translate what you're doing to them while you're learning?
Yeah, depends on what they want out of it. as long as we understand what they want out of it, I think I would be able to articulate what I get out of it, what my steps are, what the learning process is. As long as you stay curious and you kind of challenge yourself, I think, you can kind of learn anything. So I think it depends on who you're working with, if they have that mindset to go into it,
right? Like
and
that
they're not
curious.
Stuck, they're not stuck. I mean, even then, maybe even if you are stuck, it would be getting you out of that to allow yourself to believe that you can do that.
Right.
Learn. Basically, it's just learning.
And I think a lot of kids get blocked on learning.
Oh, totally. I think that's reasonable though. Who's teaching you? Who has taught you? No one.
Or the teachers who have said something wrong.
Exactly. Or I never had that. I didn't have it until I moved out here and I met some people.
What happened there? So how did you go from being a girl from Georgia?
Well, I'm from New Jersey, so that's just besides the point.
Well, and that might be exactly the answer that I was looking for, which is because I'm not from Georgia, I'm from Jersey. And we do shit. When we get you done. When we come to California, we make things happen.
Yeah, we get you done. We don't just sit around.
Did you see someone making art? Like, how did it start?
Well, I've always been interested in it. I guess just coming out here, I just felt like it was abundantly creative. And you saw it everywhere. And then, just going to galleries and going, checking out art walks and doing all these things. And you just see how much it's around. And it's just like, I can touch it. So I'm like, okay, I know that I've always been doing this. I sit at home and paint, just for myself, for no reason.
Way. Really?
Yeah, I just draw.
You just didn't validate it. Or not validate it, but call it something. Call it the thing you're doing that meant you're doing that now.
Yeah, I would never call it that when I was drawing. I was just drawing to draw.
Yeah. I
was just doing whatever. And then I think after I learned Photoshop, it just kind of changed my whole mindset of like, oh, well, I could use my photos. Like at that point, it was like photo collaging. I just was like, oh, this is cool.
Right.
And then I would make some cool stuff and I would show it to people and they'd be like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Just like little by little, like you just kind of go, oh, well, let me try this. And then, I don't know.
How old were you when you came here?
I was 20.
Oh, that's perfect.
I just turned 21. I turned 21 like the week, around the first year. Yeah, we came out here.
That was your school. Was like, LA was your school.
Yeah, you can find a lot here. I mean, and then at that point, I started in the art department and TV. So then I saw,
Sponge.
I just saw a bunch of stuff happening there, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I just kept up doing, the Photoshop stuff and just teaching my brother taught me. My brother taught me over the computer. He took over my computer.
Oh, I love it.
And I would be on the other side, like on my computer, and he would just show me a couple of the tools because I was so frustrated that I couldn't figure it out myself.
Oh my gosh.
And so he's like, fine, show you some little things, but then you have to learn the rest on your own. Okay. And then he showed me some things and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. Thank you. And then I just started playing with it and just my downtime. And it was nice because I was at a computer at that point at work during the day. And so it just allowed me to like use my time and just explore.
Right. I liked when you said that all you needed was a little help and then everything opened up.
Yeah, that really changed everything because I still use that knowledge now as a base tool for a lot of what I do.
Right.
So
well, and even just that moment of like, so parenting, cooking, packing, anything where you're like, if I had just a little bit of help to like,
yeah.
Do I label?
Now I guess they have apps for that. I don't know.
Help me. me get past this one moment.
Yeah, it was definitely just that one thing that just put it over the edge of learning that one thing, that one tool, and then just being exposed to that.
So like
and figuring out like, oh, I can just put this and this and this together and like make a really dope, like poster or whatever it was. That's kind of what it started at. And then I had a friend at that point. We were doing, I would show him stuff and he would show me stuff, some doodles and Photoshop stuff that he's done. And then we're like, oh, let's show our art places, and like get into all, wherever. And so I just remember getting our stuff into these places that were just how we did that. I don't know what, because like what I was showing was like not good, it was just not good. And I don't know, just did it, just showed it anyway, I guess, just to say.
And people said yes.
Yeah. All right. And that's Los Angeles, I guess, though. As being here, I don't know if that would have happened anywhere, somewhere else. They would have been like, who are you? What is this?
I love LA, so I love when anyone credits LA with things.
I'll give it all day credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, everybody has their own experiences or whatever, but that's mine. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, when I first moved here, I was 23, and I felt like I could breathe.
Yeah.
For the first time, like just deep breath.
Yeah.
And blow out, and it could handle me.
Yeah, I felt like, but it did take, I'm not going to say it was instant. For me, it took about 3 or 4 years to get, to a place that I'm like, okay, now I can even try and be creative. Okay.
But if you, at that point, were 23, 24, and I think your brains, have to assimilate to who you are becoming.
Yeah, because I didn't even know this person I was gonna be this person at that point. It was like, I don't know what path I'm going down.
Right. So. Do you still have that freshness?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Like that fresh, like, I don't know who I'm going to be next.
Oh, kind of. I think sometimes I battle with that because I feel like I should be doing, this thing or whatever. But I think just keeping the mindset of just I'm a creative person, and however that expresses itself, then I think that freshness still is kept in my mind, but I have to remind myself of that.
Your like adult part of you.
Yeah, because then you're like adulting or whatever. So it's like, oh no, it's okay. So yeah, I have to balance the two. Right.
Well, and being someone who doesn't fit the cookie cutter.
Yeah, because I do a lot of it's really funny because I'm here and you talk to a lot of graffiti artists and street artists and stuff, and I show my art with a lot of graffiti artists and street artists. I don't necessarily fit that. Right. I've done a mural. I hope to do more. That was also on my list of things.
And you're going to be doing an electrical box with us.
Yeah, which I haven't. Yeah, I don't have that experience yet, but I will, and that's cool. But yeah, I don't necessarily fit. I talk to a lot of people though, and a lot of friends of mine, and my mentor was a street art. So
yeah.
I have that.
Is that teacher?
Yeah, I have that background, but I don't think I don't paint on the street. I don't, really do that. So I don't really feel like I fit that, and I feel like I can't really claim that, because I'm not. I don't do that.
Except for I'm dying to see you wheat paste.
I do want to do. I have a whole thing that I need to accomplish that has to do with wheat paste.
Me too, actually. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on my list too. And that'll be done. That'll happen.
Cool. Yeah, and in there you'll get titles.
I don't understand the titles. I think people are creative, and I think people need to label them in a certain way so that they understand like what they're doing, or they can find them easier. Maybe it's just about being visible,
it's the
finding
hashtagging of the world.
Yeah. And I just, because I know, a lot of these people are just like, this is just what I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
You call me whatever you want,
Yeah. Well, I think, and I heard it in you just a little bit, is that it's, how do you define the era, or how do you define that achievement time, or that like level of I peaked at that, whatever that was, and then you're going on to it, like kind of in how you were saying, like, I've never done a photo shoot,
right,
and so, like, in some ways you're creative directing fashion all of a sudden, like, if we were putting a
but then what am I gonna I'm gonna label myself every single thing in the world as creative?
Right.
Like, no,
right, it's just
you're
how
an
to talk
artist,
about it.
you're a creative person, you want to explore various methods of being creative.
Exactly. I was going to say different mediums and methods and all of that. Well, I'm eager to get you to mural. I'm so lame. I'm like, I want that picture on a wall, big.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's
decoupaged or whatever you do to get it to go on.
Yeah.
I call it WePaste, but.
No, that's a goal of mine, definitely, to do, because I want to, as another challenge of, like, can I do that? Mm-hmm. Sure. Mm-hmm. Sure I can, I guess.
I'm surprised
Why not?
It hasn't been asked of you already.
I wanted to do it on the mural that I did for the Gabbett Gallery, and that particular space didn't allow us to wheat paste. So I had to just paint it and just use stencils and layered stencils.
It's funny that you guys asked.
Yeah, because I thought the whole concept was going to be different based on what I've been wanting to do.
Right.
With the wheat paste. And I was like, oh, perfect. And then it was like, oh, we can't do that. I was like, oh, shit. All right.
You should come and do one at my house just to practice. Like, you can totally.
It's in my plan. It's in my plan for towards the end of this month. I was gonna try and
come
work
to my
that
house.
out. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, you didn't know that. But it's
that's so
being me. I have to plan a lot of things out ahead of time.
Yeah, you're on my list, Maura.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I've already told other people that I'm going to show them how to wheat paste at your house.
Okay, it's on.
You didn't know that either.
It's on. We are doing it.
That's new.
Doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yay.
So there you go. Lots of fun to be had.
I can't wait. No, I'm very serious about that. And more. What do I want to say? I haven't even met your son, so I have no credibility or integrity around saying that we're going to do something and then we never do.
Oh, but this is on my list.
This is an art
This
thing.
is one of the things that has to be achieved this year.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. That'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yay. Okay,
You're helping. Yeah, you're also like one of my mentors because you've been helping me just do all of these things and be more open and collaborate.
I do
people.
not know that. I don't know that at all, but thank you.
Oh, well, there you go.
Thank you. Didn't know that. Nope, didn't know it. I think you fit in this one. Because
this M2 Arts?
Yeah, because
Okay.
we were talking about mentoring. And it was either being mentored or mentoring yourself. And because
I didn't know mentoring yourself was a real thing.
No. I mean, yes.
Oh, mentoring. Oh, okay. you mentoring other people.
And you're like, I'm now teaching me.
Yeah. All right, go. What can I learn? What can I teach myself?
All right. Well, on that note,
Yes.
thank you. I
Yes,
hope you
of
guys all
course.
stocked art by Colorscape.
Thank you. I know
Sorry,
Amy
singular.
Smith is so
Amy.
boring. I needed to come up with something else.
It's both are perfect, and I love them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Yay. You're good.
Hey, thanks for listening. We're really glad you tuned in. Immersed in Art was recorded 2 years ago in 2018. I'm really sorry it's taken me so long to edit these. I want to thank our sound engineer, Jacob Baumgardner, I want to thank all of the guests who have waited so long for their words to be heard. They are important, and we hope to do more. If you liked this, please subscribe, share, and also if you want to be a part of it, just send me an email, maura@offthewallgraffiti.org, or hit us up on any of the socials. And I want to do an extra special shout out to Luciano West, who created that amazing theme song. He came over to the house one day, dropped some beats. Avery McCarthy got on bass and I got on the spray cans, and we made that beat. I think it's awesome. I hope you like it. And yeah, listen up. Let's do more of these.
Don't talk over my pot, dude.